Hello and welcome. My name is Chris Miller. I'm with School of PE, and I'm going to walk you through the Study Hub, and then I'm also going to walk you through the various course features and tools that you have available at your fingertips throughout the course and your preparation for your exam. Let's get started. In order to get started, you're first going to go to www.schoolofpe.com, and you're going to log in using your user ID and your password. When you first log in, it's going to bring you into your Study Hub, where it's going to ask you to activate your course. So you're going to click on the policy, the student policy. You're going to scroll through it, and once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and check mark that, hit submit, and then it'll ask you to update your profile. I'm going to go ahead and hit submit there. All right, and then let me just click on dashboard. And you're going to see a whole lot of different icons on my dashboard. That's just because I've registered for a bunch of courses. So let's use the FE Civil On Demand course for today's example, shall we? So I'm going to click on that. All right, so it's going to ask me to go ahead and enter whether or not I've applied to sit for the exam. So let's say that I have, and my exam date I'm going to put as December the 31st. New Year's Eve. What better thing to do than to take my FE exam? So I'm going to go ahead and hit submit. And then it's going to ask you to create your own personalized study plan. This is a great feature to help you create some accountability, but it also kind of gives you a game plan to help you work through the material, manage your time, and best prepare for the exam. So you can either choose to create a study plan or remind you later, but let's go ahead and jump in. It's a pretty quick process, four simple steps to create your personalized study plan. The first step is you're going to rank your knowledge for each of the subjects. So basic math and calculator operations are not on the syllabus, but there are two refresher modules that we give students that'll kind of help shake some of the cobwebs loose. So here, I'm going to just put for mathematics and statistics, I'm a 5. Ethics, let's go 5. Engineering, economics, we'll go with a 5. Statics and dynamics, a little bit weaker in those areas, so I'm going to mark them as a 2. I'm not really sure about fluid mechanics, so by default it's going to mark it as a 2. So let's change a couple more. Transportation, I'm golden. Geotech as well. And then I can either uncheck mark this, and so this will show the sequence of the materials in my study hub in the same order. Or I can change the subject sequence in the course content tab. So you can rearrange the subject. So maybe you want to start with ethics. And then maybe you want to go to mathematics. Or maybe you want to put some of your weaker areas first. You can do that as well. So once you've ranked each subject, you're going to go ahead and click on next. And then you can add some refresh time. So maybe you want this to refresh 25%, 50, 75. So basically every 25% you're going to want to do some refresher. You can change the number of hours. Let's say you don't think you need 4 refresher sessions. You can delete them. So let's leave 2 of them, and let's put in that after 25% we're going to put in 3 hours. And we're going to do 3 hours at 50%. You can check mark this to not add any refresh time, but let's go ahead and leave it as it is. Once you select next, you're going to create your study schedule by entering your availability for a typical day. So remember, exam date I put as the 31st. Preparation date is the day you register, but you know what? I know I can't start studying until next week. So we'll put to the 28th. And then the end date is going to be a day before your exam. But you know what? I'm pretty busy during the Christmas season, so I'm going to say, you know what? I want my preparation end date to be December 21st. And so that's how it'll calculate the study plan. So on a Sunday, I'm good with giving 4 hours. Mondays, I can probably do 3 hours. Tuesdays are a little bit heavier, so I can only probably commit 2 hours. And Wednesdays, we'll do 3. Thursday, I can do 3. Friday nights, I like to play ball, so I can probably get an hour and a half. And then Saturdays, you know what, I'll go ahead and sacrifice college football, and I'll go ahead and study 7 hours. So blackout dates, well, I know that in July, I'm probably going to go away for the 4th of July weekend, so I'm going to check mark those. But also, you know what, I like to take a little bit of time off for Thanksgiving. So I'm going to take that, and add that. So those are my blackout dates. So let's hit next. So this is your chance to review it before it calculates and creates your customized study plan. So it says I have 556 and a half hours available. That's based on the inputs that I've put for how many hours I'm available to study, plus the number of months that I have before my exam. So it's saying I need 268 and a half hours. So I got plenty of hours. So I'm going to be okay there. Here's where I ranked each subject. Here's my refresh time, and here's my schedule. My blackout date's sitting down here. Everything looks good to me, so let me go ahead and submit. All right, bam, here is my study plan. If you notice, I wanted to start on the 28th and it's there. So if something is in orange, that means you're behind schedule. Green means you're on track. And then the blue is the required hours. You notice here my blackout dates, so everything's looking good. Let's scroll through. All right, looks good. So let's say something happens and maybe I'm put on a project at work. I need to modify my study plan. Well, I can do that. You can either edit it or you can completely choose to blow it up and start all over again. So, all right, let's move on from the study plan and let's go over to the course content tab. And this is where all the materials for each subject is going to be readily available. I'm talking refresher notes, your workshop problems, flashcards, all that exciting stuff. So remember, I moved fluid mechanics to the top. So here we go. If you hit the expand icon by any of the subjects, it'll show you everything that's available for that particular subject. Here's my notes here. I got workshop problems and solutions. All my lecture videos are right here. So you can download the notes by clicking right here. You can print them as well. You can actually write notes right here. You can take notes on top of your screen, and when you go to print them, they'll also be there. A couple of cool things about the videos is you can watch them over and over again. Your progress is tracked here. Also, you can take notes within the video. So maybe you're watching one of the videos, you're like, oh man, let me remember that for next time. Take a note. Next time you watch that video, it'll be there. So let's say I'm on lunch and I'm watching my engineering economics and I'm like, oh man, I got 15 minutes. So I watch the video for 15 minutes. I get home later and I'm on my laptop. I want to resume that video. You can resume right where you left off. So there's some pretty cool features. For each subject, you'll see a quiz. And that's just going to be, I happen to click on the fluid engineering economics, so it'll be a quiz on engineering economics. And also you have flashcards that are available. So these are some, quick engineering terms, engineering equations, things like that. So for each subject listed here, you'll see the various contents. Then let's make our way through down to the Practice Portal Pro. So you can build your own exam if you like. What that is you can pick and choose the various subjects that you want to create the exam or the quiz. You can check your complexity here. You can drag the number of questions that you want. You can choose to skip questions that you've attempted before or that you've answered correctly. You can name your exam right here. You can enable a timer if you like, and then you launch your exam here. You also have 2 practice tests. A pretty cool feature of the practice test is that you can actually kind of mimic the actual exam experience because you're able to upload your copy of the FE reference handbook. So one half will be the reference handbook and the other will be your test. It's a full-blown 110 questions and a 6-hour timer. So these are all the various contents or course materials that are available for your on-demand course. So let's say you have a question and you want to send it to an instructor. You can send questions to instructors by clicking on the tab over on the left. You just simply select your subject. Let's go with statics. Instructor's name will populate. You type your question here and you hit submit. You can also add an attachment if you like. So here's course content, study plan if you want to view your study plan, the questions to instructors. Discussion forum is if you click on this, it just kind of lets you put comments and maybe put a question in there. Basically, it's a discussion forum for everybody that's registered for the same particular course. And let's see, that pretty much wraps up the walkthrough through the Study Hub. So you have a lot of great tools and features that are available. So again, there's some menu icons on the top, but those are probably ones that you're not going to use a whole lot of. Inbox, this is where you'll get all the email communications from School of PE as well as the instructors. If you want to update your profile, you can do that or change your password. But you're going to spend the majority of your time with the menu icons on the left-hand side. Again, starts with course content and it works all the way down here to the discussion forum. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough. Best of luck to you during your course, especially on your FE exam. Thank you and enjoy the course.